Hello everyone, Dacro here with its first hand tutorial, and I'm going to make sure this is the best hand tutorial you will ever see in your entire life. So let's get to it. You're probably wondering, why the hell can I get hands right? Why is this thing so fucking difficult? Well, let me explain you why. Most people draw hands like this. Or like this. So they get frustrated and they're like, maldita sea! Well, this is the problem. First, you don't know the anatomy. Second, you're probably starting to draw the hands or hands right away without drawing the simple forms first, or the anatomy below the drawing. And third, you're not using 3D perspective. Look, every single life form or device has a skeleton below it, and without the skeleton, the organs and the other structure can't work or stand. So if you don't know the structure of the drawing, it won't make sense. The same applies with the hands. So these are the 3 steps you need to know in order to draw proper hands. The step number 1 is start drawing simple forms and shapes. You can see that in this drawing I'm making, I started drawing a square which is going to be the base of the hands. Then I'm going ahead and drawing the fingers. Again, this is all very basic and simple shapes. Nothing complicated. Step number 2. Know the anatomy of the hand and the different sizes of the fingers. Look, all fingers have different sizes. The pinky is the smallest finger, the middle finger is the largest one, and the index is smaller than the ring finger. Also, every single finger has 3 rectangles and 2 ligaments, with the exception of the thumb, which is the only finger which its shapes only consists of 2 rectangles and 1 ligament connecting the two. I bet you didn't know that. Also, the fingers can never move more than 90 degrees. It's just not possible. So now let's try to draw a hand with the 2 steps stated before. Remember, step number one, we draw the basic form and shape, which is a square. Then we draw the fingers, knowing that every finger has 3 rectangles and the thumb starts from the side of the square, unlike the other fingers, and it only has 2 rectangles. Remember, every single finger has 3 rectangles and 2 ligaments, with the exception of the thumb, which only has 2 rectangles and 1 ligament. Ta-da! Isn't that way easier? Of course, this is a simple basic sketch and basic hands. So let's get to step number 3 in order to be able to draw hands on perspective and poses. So step number 3, perspective and 3D dimensions. Look, people think that drawing art is only about being talented and practice. That's all bullshit. Art is 80% geometry and concept and only 20% creativity and free drawing. We need to know the anatomy, the distance between one object and the other one, the size comparison, and its shape. When we want to go from 2D to 3D, we need to connect the corners of 2 drawings, interpolating each other, just like in this video, and that's it. Look, the good thing is that all you need to know is how to draw a 3D dimensional square or rectangle in order to draw a hand on perspective and poses. So let's try to draw different hand poses with this 3D concept. Let's create a small gap between each finger and draw the thumb with a 90-degree angle. And ta-da! Easier. Here are some other examples. The first hand that we draw was a front hand. How do we differentiate the front of a hand from the back of a hand? Super mega simple! Just by drawing an oval or adding knuckles. For example, if we don't do an oval that goes from the thumb to the center of the hand, and we add knuckles instead, it will look like we're drawing the back of the hand. Simple, ain't it? For the third hand, we're combining all 3 steps. Step number 1, simple forms. Step number 2, anatomy and different finger sizes. And step number 3, 3D perspective. We want to draw a semi-closing hand where all the fingers are squeezing and adding pressure, so we draw some cylinders as fingers on perspective. And once we're done, we just erase the gaps. Of course, this is the part where you have to train your eyes and practice until you get used to differentiate every single hand. Now, let's try to draw 2 hands and see which one is wrong and why. Okay, so the number 1 is wrong, and this is why this hand is wrong. As I keep saying earlier, every single finger is different and each ligament is larger or shorter than the rest. So, if we're seeing our hand from the back, which in fact you could do it at home right now, you will notice that the ligaments or lines of the pinky, ring, and middle finger form something like a staircase. And the index finger's first ligament is aligned with the ring finger. It forms like a staircase. Look, go home watch your hand from the back, and you will notice those lines, those 3 lines that connect all your fingers, you know? Look, if it's easier for you, it's always good to check your own hand as a reference and learn its movements. So that's all there is to it. Step number 1, simple forms. Step number 2, know the anatomy and different sizes. And step number 3, perspective and geometry. That's it. Combine all those concepts and you will soon be able to draw hands like this. That's it, guys. I hope you were able to understand it and like this tutorial. If you like it, remember, just comment to it. Let me know which other tutorial you will want me to make next, and let me know what you think. If you want to draw your own hands and send me some sketches, I will be very happy to evaluate your progress. So guys, thank you so much for watching this tutorial, and I will see you on Patreon. Thank you.